Not quite ready, but here we go.
Are you recording?
It's Saturday night.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
With Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Woo! Welcome. It
Welcome.
is Saturday
Welcome.
night. we are live with Kathy and Kenny. What do? We
Hi.
explain pop culture.
We explain pop culture. We
Yes,
explain pop culture.
that's what we
And,
do.
um, and we're good at what we do.
There you go. We are good at what we do. Oh, how are you doing this evening? I'm so out of sorts, but I will
Really?
survive. I am.
I
I don't
am.
know why I'm out of
I'm doing
sorts.
pretty. I'm actually doing pretty good today.
You say you were just coming from a
Yeah.
birthday party? Sweet.
Mhm. My
Talk
friend
about it.
Dion.
I'm
My
sorry,
friend.
what?
No, just a little. My friend Dion, who and say hi to Eileen Kelly, who's listening. Old coworker of mine who retired. Anyway, a friend of mine, Dion, that I've known many years. I've watched her kids grow up, and Dion moved down south. Where did Dion move to? Anyway, Dion moved down south, and her two daughters are in their 30s,
Wow.
and they have, and these kids used to play on my leg. They used to like the girls used to get on my legs, and I used to walk with them on my legs when they were kids, and now they're in their 30s and everything. And the boyfriend of one of the girls, it's her birthday, he wanted to throw a surprise for her. And he knows I'm a really good family friend. So he got a hold of me so I could be there. And he asked me about it. It was like last minute and all, but I said, you know what? I can move some things around and make that. It's a party. You only got to tell me party once. And I'm there.
Party
But
once
enough
and
about
you're there.
me. Tonight, we're going to talk about. So how are you doing? How's school coming?
School is coming. School is coming. I mean, it's weird because we're hybrid. We're half the kids one day, Monday, Tuesdays, half the kids Thursday, Friday. But a lot of kids are still all virtual. Some of the ones who are virtual are trying to ghost us and not do a work. So, it's coming. It's coming. But you know
Yeah,
what? I think what the nice thing is, like I keep saying, things are going to change, and hopefully we change the way we think and do education.
yeah,
And what is really nice and is for the kids who are coming, they are being so good about wearing the mask, keeping distance. I think they're being better than the adults in some cases.
really.
It does afford to, in order to keep the desks like 6 feet apart, it makes the class sizes smaller, which I think the teachers really appreciate. So I think that's
I want to say something
really
too.
cool.
Speaking of wearing the mask, look what came in the mail for me today.
Oh, look, I have one too.
My Kathy and Kenny explain pop culture
Mm-hmm.
mask.
There you go.
I like this mask. The only bad part about this mask is we have a really big we have a really big dog, a really big Saint Bernard, and I put the mask on, and I walked out in the mask, and I was showing my other housemates, and Kingston did not like the mask on me,
The dog did not like the mask.
and he's a really big Saint Bernard, and he looked at me, he started barking and barking. I'm like, oh, so
We got all kinds of Kathy and Kenny swag, and I even got some stickers in the mail today. I'm going to put on my laptop. But
so
I
we
put
got we got
in
we
the
got
description. So if you want to check out any Kathy and Kenny swag, and I don't know, we need to get George in on the fun, because if he can make us a nice logo, we want to get some
I'm
t-shirts
already,
that
I'm already,
say,
I'm already on top. I'm already on top of that like a
right,
horse.
that I'm a pop culture kid. So if you
Yeah.
think you are in the know for pop culture, then we are the place to be, and we will share that with you. I what was I
Matter of fact,
thinking?
I will be having a talk with George tomorrow, and I probably will see him tomorrow at some point because we are going to in the website that I write for, obsidiannomad.com, where we write about science fiction and geek stuff and nerd stuff. We are going to we want to feature George in our next article because my son George has released his second edition of his comic book Passenger.
Passenger,
And
yes.
Passenger is on sale at Comicology. It's a website that sells comic books, Marvel and DC stuff, and George is up there, and it's called Passenger. So check that out from my son George. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about song remakes.
Song remakes.
Yes, yes, and there's a remake that I didn't look up to see who did the original, but I do want to talk about that remake. But I'll get to that when I'll try to finagle around that.
Okay, you work it out. You work it out. Song remakes. Can I start with my list? Oh, you know what? I'm a little slow on the uptake because I didn't have my pictures, but there's a picture of the new passenger cover of that magazine that's going to be on sale. So is it
Yeah.
on sale next Wednesday or this?
This Wednesday, Passengers on sale. That's the comic book that George has. This is issue 2. So when you see issue 2, you also see issue 1 in Comicology, and you can purchase that and take a read on that if you like. It's online. It's an online sale of a comic book. So, you know,
Check it out. Check it
check
out.
it out. Check it out. We
And
have a
if
very talented family. Everybody's doing something.
everybody's doing something. And also, if you didn't get to check out the mask, you can get the mask. You can get things like the cool hoodie sweatshirt I'm wearing, and even some
Oh,
t-shirts and coffee mugs and other gear at Teespring. And there is a link in the comments. Speaking of the comments, if you're in the comments, shout out, say hi, let us know where you are watching from in your quarantine. I know some people have been getting out on the weekends, and that's great. But for those of you who are still quarantined, because I don't know if you've heard, but there's a little pandemic going on. So just trying to keep everybody safe
I
and
want
have fun on a Saturday night.
I
And
want
that's
to say on my feed. I want to say hi to Cheryl. I always say hi to Eileen, but Cheryl's there. My good friend Cheryl. Joe Downs, the high school buddy of mine, and James Hale is over there. James did some writing for us, and James, I need you to come back and do some more writing for me because I can't write every week. I'm getting old.
let's see
Anyway,
who is
so
on the feed, and if we can say hi and shout out to some of the people, just let us know in the comments. And also, too, as we talk about song remakes, and again, I called the show tonight, the song remains the same. But if you have a remake that you are fond of, we invite you to be a part of the show. If you have your computer up and ready and running, and you want to come on and shout out and be a part of the show, we're going to put the link in the description. You can join us on the feed. And again, just make sure the camera's ready. When we see you backstage, I will shout out to you and let you know that you're up. Or you can give us a call. I mean, I do what I can. I turn the phone on and I take off the do not disturb, but sometimes I seriously do not hear the phone. And, again, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to work
we're gonna
with
give
it.
you. We're gonna
Hopefully
get
one day
you.
I'll get it right. We had a few calls. I think Shane, was it called last
Shanko, yeah,
week?
Shanko, yeah.
I
But we're
lost
gonna get you a little mount. So on the mount, you can right in front of you, and it'll be right there. Also, too, um,
it.
yeah. Also, too, please
Because I
call
need
in.
more equipment. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
because
yeah,
you need more. It's not like you should see she has like a little. It's like it's sick over there. It's sick over there. She has a little studio. I'm on a
yeah,
cardboard table. She's on the studio. Okay.
I know. I'm gonna try to. I'll try
and
to.
make sure and make
I
sure
need to
if
get
you
a
do.
camera overhead so you can see some of the studio because it does get pretty sick.
Yeah. And if you do call in, make sure you turn down your phone or device that you're listening to us in, or else you'll get feedback. So turn down everything, then call in, please. But please call in. We want to talk to you. But let's start. Go ahead.
Let's
Start with your
start
list
with
of
the
remakes.
remake.
Let's start with
With
your
the
list of
remake,
remakes.
and here's the thing. Sometimes the remakes can be pretty cool because what they do
Yeah.
is, and I'm playing with one of the cameras, so
Yeah. Not all remakes are good.
not all remakes are good. That is true. Sometimes the remake is better. I can we start with my favorite section? Because my
Yes.
favorite section, when we said remakes, the one thing I thought about, and this is something I think even my mom has said that when you're doing a remake or when you do a song, you put your all in the song, you know. But the
Yeah.
one person you don't want messing around with your song is Aretha Franklin.
There you go. Queen of Soul.
Because once Aretha
Queen of
Franklin
Soul.
gets a hold of your song, it ain't your song no more.
It's not your song, really. It's really not your song.
Aretha Franklin will take your song, own your song, and you have lost your song. So when we were talking about remakes, the first thing I thought of is, oh, I got to do an Aretha section because Aretha has taken a couple songs, and some people are not fond of her remakes of them or her versions of them, but you know what, they have such a signature Aretha to them. I mean, please. And I mean, a few people have tried to remake her songs, and we'll talk about that one, but I know one of the ones I love is a song originally by Dionne Warwick called Say a Little Prayer.
Yeah, I love this song.
Aretha's remake, oh, forever and oh, please,
Yeah.
Aretha kills it.
Yeah.
And
Aretha.
a resurgence with a Julia Roberts movie where they did kind of like the Dionne Warwick movie. Was that
Yeah.
it was the wedding one where she was breaking up the wedding? Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't see. I know which one you're talking about, but I
Ed
didn't see
knows
that
the
one.
title. Huh?
Yeah, Ed probably would know the title.
You with Cameron Diaz. What was that one?
My best friend's wedding. Okay,
My best friend's wedding. But anyway, I say a little prayer and
I love
Aretha
that song.
killed that.
There's now somebody remade that. Leanne DeHava remade "I Say a Little Prayer,"
I say a
and
little
She's just singing, and she does a live version of it, and it's not a reflip, but it's really good. It's
wow.
really good.
Okay.
So, okay, what you got next?
I got Eleanor Rigby, and that
Okay,
is Aretha, and that's her slamming on a Beatles tune. She's actually done, I think, two Beatles tunes.
I
She
see two
also
of them
has
here.
a version of Let It Be, and a lot of people will remake Let It Be. But again, once Aretha takes your song, you just gotta sit out because once Aretha takes it, it's like it ain't your song no more. She also does a slamming version of Bridge Over Troubled Water, which is originally a Simon and Garfunkel song, but again, Aretha makes it her own. Um, and yes, Ed is Ed's the man. He's always on it.
Respect. Yep, yep. We got that one in there, Ed.
With Otis Redding's song. And I mean, and Otis has his flavor and Otis does his thing on Respect. I like it. But again, Aretha will take the song and make it her own.
Now,
She does a version of the band's The Wait. And I know some people aren't fond of it, but I love it. I love her version of The Wait. And also, I think one of her classics. And I mean, she kills it so hard that a lot of people don't I mean, they know who wrote the song, and that's Carole King. But once Aretha takes it, Natural Woman, she just
that's a
takes
woman.
it
Yeah,
to another level. She's all out.
yeah.
If you feel me, tell me in the comments, what is your favorite song that Aretha remade? Now, the one that you had on the list already, and I thought this was interesting because somebody tried to remake Aretha. The song is Giving Him Something He Can Feel. Now, Aretha actually It is a remake because the song originally was sung by Dwayne Smith, Irene Cara, and Lynette McKee in the movie Sparkle. But for the movie Sparkle, and Curtis Mayfield, by the way, yeah, it was Curtis Mayfield who wrote the songs and produced the album for Sparkle. The actual movie Sparkle never had a release, so you never heard. Only in the movie did you hear Philip Michael Thomas and Irene Cara and Lynette McKee singing because they sang the movie. The actual official soundtrack were all the songs from the movie sung by Aretha Franklin. But don't you know somebody had a nerve to go and even remake that, giving him something he can feel.
Well, it,
Look,
it was in Vogue. It was in Vogue.
it was in Vogue.
It was
Okay.
in Vogue, and in
Yeah.
Vogue kind of they did it justice.
In Vogue, they did, but again,
I'm not going to hate on in Vogue. I've seen them live in concert. I'm not going to hate on in Vogue. Hey, Dad's watching. I gotta be
Dad's
on my best. I
watching.
gotta be
Hey,
on my best behavior. Dad's gonna yell at me for being
be
out
on
of
your best
pocket.
behavior.
Also, too,
Okay.
Bridge Over Troubled Water. Um, the
Oh,
Jackson 5 did a version of that I thought was very well done. And what else? Oh, Let It Be. A lot of people did Let It Be because I Tina Turner did Let It Be. And also, too, the best version of Let It Be I've ever heard
is that from across the universe?
for the movie Across the Universe.
Okay.
Because they
You
made
know,
it into a duet and it was great.
I also like the version, and I just love the movie though. Yesterday, if you haven't seen that movie with Lily James, and I don't know the lead actor and the Indian actor who played the lead in Let It Yesterday, but
I've never
I
seen that one.
really enjoyed that movie. That was a movie where kind of like a fantasy kind of movie. I think it was by the same guy who did oh, what's the big British Christmas movie with all the actors and stars? And now I'm
I don't
drawing
know.
a blank. Okay, Ed will help me out in a minute. Um, uh, it's something Love Actually.
Okay, Love Actually.
Okay, but in any case, this yesterday, it's like this fantasy tale where this failed musician gets into a bike accident. He wakes up from in the hospital, and nobody knows who the Beatles are. So nobody
Oh
knows
yeah,
who.
I heard about this. Yeah.
He takes all the Beatles. He takes all the Beatles songs and becomes a hit. And subsequently, also nobody's ever heard of Oasis because if you don't have Beatles, you don't have Oasis. So,
Now,
and
speaking of
actually, um, oh wait, there was more to it. Okay, yeah, our mom is weighing in. Hey, mom is watching. Hey, you got the family support.
Luther and Jennifer Holiday did
They
Bridge Over Troubled Water.
water. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have to YouTube that. I'm gonna have to Google
Yeah,
that.
I remember that. I don't think
Yeah,
she knows what she's
I gotta
talking
hear
about.
that one.
I don't know if she knows what she's talking about. I don't know.
No, I believe it. I just don't have it. I
I'm
just
not believing.
that Luther Vandross and Jennifer Holiday, because I thought she was
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
hey,
know.
okay. Well, evidently, YouTube does have a video posted that is Luther Vandross and Jennifer Holiday doing Bridge Over Troubled Water. So we're going to post a link to that in the comments so that folks
Okay.
can
I
check
stand corrected. I stand corrected.
and correct it. Hey,
Yeah. Also too.
all right, remakes. Okay, let's talk remakes. Uh-oh, Ed's talking remakes. He's talking remakes right up your alley.
Yeah, Ed. Now that's a
Shaka
Prince
Khan.
song. That's
Shaka
a
Khan.
Prince song. So you know I had that on my list. There's so many songs that Prince did
I
that were
feel for you.
remade. And songs he wrote for other people and songs that were remade that is just redonkulous. So I Feel For You is definitely on our list. Incidentally, I had a conversation with Ed earlier today
Uh-huh.
because he was tied up with some things and he couldn't be on the show tonight because I wanted to get him in. And he
Okay.
said he'll be listening though, which he
Oh,
is.
cool.
But
Shout out to
also,
Ed.
but at the end of the text message, at the end of the text conversation, Ed goes, "Yeah, but one day I would love to co-host with Kathy."
So if you have one of those hot dates on a Saturday night, we'll we'll send you packing. Ed and I will just geek out. Saturday morning cartoon, whatever. We will geek out and have a good time talking pop culture.
And my parents already have you coming to Thanksgiving dinner, and you'll probably be able to take my presents under the Christmas tree because they like you better than they like me.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, we move
moving
on.
right
We move
along.
on. Let's go. Moving on.
I
Moving
see.
on.
I see. You have a couple of Bruce Springsteen songs.
I have a couple of Bruce Springsteen songs because I'm a Jersey girl at heart. And thankfully nobody's tried to remake Jersey Girl because I'm looking in the wrong camera. I'm playing around with some of the camera angles, so do forgive me because I just
There's certain things that should not be remade.
I dropped the camera. Oh my
Oh God.
goodness.
Okay.
Oh, see, I'm showing. Here's some of the
See,
setup. There's
okay.
the
Well,
camera, and there's the screen, so you can see some of it. And there's the second screen. So I'm giving everybody a little backstage glance.
yeah. My. You see my back. This is my backstage. I got posters on the wall of superheroes, and
Oh, that camera! I don't know why it's. Oh, probably because the thing is all tied up. But in any
and on
case,
the other side of my. This
there
is my studio. It's got action figures in it. Okay.
okay, so they are
Keep
your
it moving.
crew. You have a best boy and a makeup artist, and it just happens to be that Batman is your best boy. Okay, or your Keith Rich.
That doesn't even sound right. Okay. Anyway, so we got Pink Cadillac and Fire.
Okay, yeah, Pink Cadillac. And you know what? I thought of Bruce Springsteen because when we were talking about Aretha Franklin, where she had like the 150 or 250 pink Cadillacs that all lined up and did like a motorcade at her funeral. But that was because her song Freeway of Love referred to Pink Cadillac. She
Yeah.
didn't actually do the remake of Pink Cadillac, but Pink Cadillac was a Bruce Springsteen song. And Natalie Cole did the remake of Pink Cadillac. So,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
and also we had what else did he do? He did another one, Fire. Fire was originally a Bruce Springsteen song,
Which was
and
done
the
again
Pointer
by the Pointer
Sisters,
Sisters.
right? The Pointer Sisters slammed on that. I had another one too. I thought, no, I can't think of it.
Mhm.
And there's Natalie James, a very beautiful woman. Oh, she is so sweet. Author, poet, speaker, artist, Natalie James. You have to check out her Facebook page and some of the incredible things that she's doing. Thank you so much for
Really?
joining us.
Oh, she's a poet. I must check her out then.
Oh yes, I have an autographed book of her poetry. So
Oh,
yeah,
really? I'm a poet too, Natalie.
yes.
I'm
So
not that good, but I'm a poet.
Natalie,
But
Natalie James.
anyway, so
Okay,
moving right along,
let's go with
um,
the list.
with a little help, another Beatles song that was remade. Joe Cocker did by with a little help from my friends, and I picked a lot of songs here because there were a lot of other remakes. But I
Mm-hmm.
picked the songs that when they were remade by the remade artists, they were just as popular, if not more popular, than the
And
original.
the original.
Because
Okay.
everybody, when I hear, by a little help from my friends, I think of Joe Cocker. I don't think of the Beatles.
And you think of Joe Cocker, not the Beatles? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I do too. But was I get by with a little help from my friends. Was that a Beatles or was that a Ringo Starr?
that was Beatles.
Okay. And Ed giving us the specs. He's on top of it. He's got Bruce Springsteen
He's got. Ed,
before
are you
and
bucking for my job? Like Ed's bucking, like he's got dates and everything on here, man. What do you
yes,
got?
Ed, what's his job? Ed's gonna check your job, man. Oh, also on the list is CCR, Clearwater
Clearwater
Revival.
Revival,
That song,
and
Rolling on the River, and I mean, and it was nice.
Proud Mary. They did Proud Mary, and it was
Proud
good
Mary.
for them.
I call it
But
Rolling on the River, but
yeah, but Proud Mary. But Tina Turner kind of made that iconic.
Ike and Tina Turner. It was
I
both of
continue
them.
Turner. Okay,
So
I continue. Well, you know.
Ike gets a lot of crap. We might as well give him his due. Give Ike something. Give Ike.
Ah,
Tina's rocking
ah.
it. But Proud Mary, that's a remake that I think is
Yeah.
probably eclipsed the original. And some of the
Yes, it did.
remakes eclipse the original. I know
Tina
next
Turner, the Mighty Burner.
the next up on your list, you have it on the list, and I'm sorry, I just do not like this song. I do not like this group. You can send me your hate mail, tweet me at KWalk Comedy. I don't care, but I just don't like UB40, and that is Red Red Wine. I am not a
Well,
UB40.
originally a Neil Diamond song, and now
Mhm.
it's UB40. Why don't you like UB40?
I, I just don't. You're not gonna make me.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. You know what? I hear UB40. Yeah, I just can't. I can't even. I don't know why.
I
You
mean, they
know,
only got the one hit, UB40.
I think they had another one, but I just
Yeah,
can't.
but can anybody else
Even when you said
name
their
the other
name,
UB40? Can anybody else name that other UB40 hit? No, not off the top of their head. No. Red
no.
Red Wine, UB40. The next
But
we
I
have
didn't realize that was a
is
remake. But before we go on, because that was a remake of a Neil Diamond song, there is an album, and it is all. I believe it's Paul Anka, and he does all of these like 90s grunge song remakes, and it is actually the bomb. I love it. I don't think any
really.
of them were hits, but hearing him sing like Black Hole Sun, and actually hearing some of the Nirvana songs where you can actually hear the words, you just have to get this album. I'll tell you the name of the album in a second, but
I'll
let
look it up on Spotify.
yeah, that's one you should look up on Spotify, because
I want to
that's
say hi to Rainey. Her name's Lorraine Stevens, but we used to call her Rainey
shout out
growing
to
up.
Ray.
Paul Palmer, David Harris, all listening in. Hi guys, how you doing? Um, anyway, next on our list is from the movie Wizard of Oz, "Over the Rainbow" by Judy Garland. Originally,
Ah,
was redone, and I'm gonna attempt to assassinate this guy's name.
oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Kamaka, Kamaka. Well, he. Anyway, the guy with the ukulele, the Hawaiian guy, the Hawaiian
Hawaiian
heavyset guy.
ukulele.
The
That's
one with the ukulele who passed away also. He sang the song, and I know the song very well because I used to play. It was great at weddings when I used to DJ, and I still do DJ. But it was great at weddings under the rainbow, and then he would mix in "What a Wonderful World." And there he is. That's how you spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you can pronounce that name,
under the rainbow. I know exactly what you're talking
put the number. If you can pronounce the name correctly, put the number up, Cassie. Call us up and let us know what the correct pronunciation is. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm good.
Not even gonna try. Not even gonna
Not even
try.
gonna try. I'm gonna go with another. The next one, I'm gonna go with another Prince song that was originally by him, but then covered and then taken back by him, which
Okay.
is "Satisfaction."
Satisfaction. Oh wait, who did the remake of that? Oh, I know there was a movie that remade Satisfaction,
Yeah.
but did Aretha do Satisfaction? She might have remade it. I don't know.
Who
We need
remade?
some more
Wow,
details.
you can't just throw a name up there, mother.
Hey, we need some more details. I know
Mother, you can't just
Rolling Stones were the original, but yeah, we need some
yeah.
details on that remake. It might have been, I don't know, Aretha might
Yeah,
have cut.
yeah, mother. You can't just throw a name up there and not give us no details because, we got a rep to protect.
Hey, you guys are listening to Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Thanks for joining us. Hey, consider giving us a like, a thumbs up. Check us out on our YouTube channel, KWalk Comedy. Again, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We have a website that'll be coming at you soon. We have a few little merch things you can find on Teespring. But again, it's our hang for the quarantine, and we are just hanging out talking pop culture. This week we are talking song remakes. If you have a pop culture topic that you want us to hit on or talk on, or even come on the show, by all means, let us know in the comments. Like our Facebook page. Let us know on the Facebook page. You can call into the
Yeah.
show
Leave
as
it-
well, and
Even if you inbox us on the Facebook page, we'll get that message and we'll reach out to
okay.
you.
So it was Otis Redding did the original, and the Stones were the remake. Oh, I'm
Are
sorry.
we sure? Are we sure about that?
Oh,
Ed, can we check some dates on that?
Ed is our fact checker.
Can we check some dates on that?
So,
But our next song we have in line. The next song we have in line is a Prince song redone by Sinead O'Connor. Nothing Compares to You. And there's a lot of
if you're going
Prince
to talk
songs on
Prince,
here.
I'm just going to
Like
step
Ed
up.
said, there's Shaka Khan, I Feel For You. And also, I'm gonna go up here because Alicia Keys, now I'm doing Prince. Alicia Keys did How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore?
And that was the
That was
B
originally a
side
Prince
of
song. And
1999.
Alicia, huh?
That was the beast for Prince. How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore was the B side of the 1999 45, back when you had 45s. And again, if you didn't have the 45 adapter, you had to have the little round thing in them. Anybody, did that thing have a name? That little plastic thing
A
in the
little
middle
plastic thing?
of 45? If
Yeah, I
somebody
don't.
knows that, please let me know in the comments.
It was
Because
yeah.
that
It was called
it was called the little plastic thing that went in the middle of the 45,
It
so
was
that you
called
could
something else. What's that
play.
thing?
But the flip side of 1999 was How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore, which was just Prince on the piano. I love that song. And actually, Alicia Keys, I think, did an excellent job with the
You know what you got to you know what you have to YouTube?
what?
Them doing the song together.
Oh, wait. Prince and Alicia Keys did that song together?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh,
It's
smack,
on YouTube. It's on
smack.
YouTube.
Oh,
Yes,
that's that's
yes.
a must
Oh my
hear.
God, yes. You have to
We
check that out.
Okay, I am looking that up now because we're going to put that link in the comments. We are going to need that. If there is a Prince Alicia Keys, How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore video? Oh, that's
Yeah,
everything.
that's golden. That's golden. Now,
Okay,
while
we
you
have
look
to
that
end the
up,
show because I'm going to have to go watch that video.
okay, well, while you look that up, I'm going to go and I'm going to tell you what's next is, believe it or not, me and Bobby McGee is next on our list. It was originally done by Chris Christopherson originally, and then Janis Joplin took it to a whole nother level. So me and Bobby McGee is actually, and I read somewhere too recently actually that Janis Joplin made the song big, but Bobby McGee was actually a woman. It was a song that was written for a man. Me and Bobby McGee. And then next we're gonna go to my man Stevie Wonder.
Okay. So, all right. So, mommy is letting us know about. We're just coming. We'll circle back. We have no problem
Yeah, we
circling
got to
back,
back something
especially
back.
if you guys are correcting in the comments. And just want to say, because I know a lot of you are listening to the watch party on Kenny's feed, but if you look up our page, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, actually in Facebook, if you could do Kathy and Kenny, we should come up. And if you join and watch the feed on that page, we can pop up your comments so that we can see what you're saying, or if you're watching it on
Yeah.
my. But again,
Like my friend Eileen just posted that Tom Jones remade Kiss by
oh,
Prince.
that's right. That you didn't have that on the list, and
I
that was
didn't
a
have that on the
song.
list. That was a
You know
Prince song. I dropped the ball on that, Eileen.
that I think that was Tom Jones along with the Art of Noise.
It
Tom
might have been.
Jones,
It might have been. It might
Tom
have been.
Jones, and the Art of Noise.
I
What do
know.
you
I
think
know.
it might have been? I'm a
I
pop
hated that version.
culture expert.
I hated that version.
You hated it?
Yeah, Tom Jones version. I hated it. I had to sing it like Tom Jones.
It was
It was
called
called a
Spider.
spider, a
The
yellow
plastic
plastic adapter
thing.
thing used to play 45 records. Ed
Oh,
is on top of it again.
it is one that you are totally going to lose your job.
Wow. Wow.
Uh, it's
You actually met Ed in person, you know.
oh, I did. I met Ed.
Yeah. Yeah. You both were at my wedding.
Oh, okay.
So you
Oh my,
actually met Ed in person.
so long ago.
Yeah, Ed was at my wedding. Um anyway, okay, so the next one is Stevie Wonder, my man Stevie Wonder. He
Well, he has
did
so many
Higher
good
Ground.
songs.
Yeah, he did Higher Ground. And that was remade by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, that's right. The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And I will tell you, there's some rocker musicians locally in the area who did not know that Stevie Wonder did that originally because I was in a band one time and I said, we're gonna cover Higher Ground. And they're like, yeah, by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I said, no, by Stevie Wonder. Like, what are you talking about? Like I knew that they had remade it, but I wanted to do the Stevie Wonder version, not the rocked out Red Hot Chili Peppers version. So I had to tell them, look, y'all gotta go listen to Stevie Wonder. I'm sorry.
Okay. By the way, for those of you who are going like, huh? Who are going, huh? That's the spider. That's
That's
the
the
little
spider.
thing that you had to put inside your 45s so that you could play them just like your albums back in the day when we had
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Superman's S.
right Superman's logo
Yeah, it
and it
reminded me of Superman's S a little bit.
swirls around like the
Yeah,
river.
like the S. Yeah. So
It's fine. Can I tell my and again, this is what puts age on me because I realize I have about six maybe more teachers that have just finished college within the last 2 to 3 years
mhm.
and our counselor talked to a parent and the parent was you know just singing the praises and saying how great the teachers have been working with the students and with the online and everything and how tricky it was and was just singing a lot of praises. So the counselor sent out an email to share it with the staff and just how awesome they were, that this parent thought they were. And I thought that was so great. So I sent out a little meme and I said, oh, this was such nice news to hear. And, I'm getting so clipped. So I sent out a picture from the church lady.
Oh God.
And I realized I have staff that don't know the church lady, that can't even relate to these pop culture references because they're way too young. And it just made me feel very old, very old, very old, and very sad. Okay, but anyway, uh, but that's okay because here at Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, age is just a number. We dig back from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s. We're all over the place and all over the spectrum, and we just
You
appreciate
know, you know, you know, you
us.
know my guide for people's age.
Mhm.
Cheeseburger, no Coke, Pepsi.
Cheeseburger. Yeah, that'll tell you something. Oh, wait, here. See, oh, I was right. Ed's our fact checker. Oh, we got Wild Thing, and he says this is a triple shot. Wild Thing, originally done by the Wild Ones, then by the Trogs, and then by Tone Loc.
Well, I'm not counting. I'm not counting. I'm going to stop Ed on that one. I'm not counting Tone Loc as a remake of the Wild Thing.
Oh, come on.
I'm not counting that. No, no, Ed. No.
It- no, I'm gonna beep you on that, Kenny. I think Ed's
What? No. Okay.
and it was Art of Noise. See, I
Yeah,
thought
I know, but
something
okay.
people.
Tone Loc did a rap, and it wasn't even the music to the song Wild Thing. It was just called Wild Thing.
Anyway, thank you, Ed. Fact checker Ed is on. You know what? I have another mask coming in the mail. I'm going to get your address from Kenny. So make sure you give Kenny your address, Ed.
No. Ed,
Free.
you message Kathy personally, and you should get the address. You know, kind in the middle of that.
What?
Make me hot.
Ed
I know.
Ed is getting some. I have some more Kathy and Kenny swag coming. So Ed's getting something in the mail. So there you go. I don't know,
You
either a
get it
mask
to
or coffee
You
mug,
get it. You
something.
get it to
We're
it.
gonna hook Ed up.
I ain't
All
got
right.
nothing to do with it.
This one. Let's talk old school. Blue suede shoes, originally done by Carl Perkins and then remade by Elvis Presley. But then again, Elvis
Yes.
Presley He stole everything from black artists anyway. But anyway,
Anyway,
I'm not going to even go down that road.
don't go down that highway. Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. The next one on your list is really good.
Yeah, the
American Woman.
Guess Who,
The
American
Guess.
Woman, originally done by the Guess Who and redone by Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
American Woman, wait
Okay. No
for
singing on the
me.
show.
Okay. And,
No singing. No
here's
singing.
a
Even
good
though
one.
we're talking all song remix on remakes, we're doing remakes, not remixes, because that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Because they don't even make the 12 inches anymore. Do they even do remixes? Because how can you do a
Yeah,
remix? Like
I
anything?
always pick up. You know what I always pick up? I always
What?
try to pick up the Verve remixes, and what they do is they take the old jazz songs from the
Mhm.
50s and 60s and 40s, and they remake them into dance songs today. And the Verve remixes are fire. There's a Dinah Washington one where "Is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby." The
Uh-huh.
remix of Verve is fire. Oh my God, it's out of control.
Awesome. Awesome.
So they still do remixes. But next on our list is All Along the Watchtower.
All along the
Originally done
Watchtower.
originally done by Bob
Did
Dylan,
Jimmy?
but really made famous with Hendrix.
Oh, and you know what? There is a slamming remix by U2 of that very song on I believe it's on Rattle and Hum. Rattle and Hum.
Yeah. There's another remix of that of the
Ouch. Ouch.
Ed, you're the man. Anything I
It looks like it, it looks like Ed's going to be invited to Thanksgiving dinner, and
Yeah, that my father, ladies and gentlemen, my father. Okay, moving on.
what's on the list? Oh, this is a good one. I didn't realize this was a remake. This song was made famous from the movie, or had a resurgence, let's say, in the movie Ghost,
Yeah,
and that is
Ghost.
Unchained
Yeah,
Melody, which
and that's why I put it on there because I didn't realize it was a remake when I researched it and I was researching remixes. I didn't realize Unchained Melody was actually wasn't
remake.
originally done by the Righteous Brothers. It was originally done by Todd Duncan.
Todd Duncan, where is he now?
Oh
Whatever
my!
happened to?
Yeah,
But
who
that
knows? Who knows?
that's cool.
Also, this next one, I didn't realize was a remake, which was "Thank You, Mr. Walker." Okay, brown nose, brown nose, brown nose. Okay, moving on. This next one, I didn't realize was a remake, so I'm kind of. It's not funny. It's not funny. Guys are really. Moving right along. We're gonna block it. Is what we're doing.
Oh, come on. It is kind of funny, isn't it? It's
It's
kind of
not. No, it's not. No, it's
it's kind of.
not. Anyway, moving right along.
All right. Hey,
Move,
Ed's got another remake. So let's hit the one that's on Ed's list. He's got Lady Marmalade, which I didn't realize that was a remake, the 11th
I
hour. I
didn't
didn't
realize
know.
11th Hour and then LaBelle, and then it was remade again by
Uh,
Christina Aguilera, version
Chris-
of it.
Christina
Christina Aguilera,
Aguilera,
Pink,
Pink.
Christina
Who
Pink,
else? There was four of them.
Maya,
Maya.
Maya, and Little
We both
Kim,
got Maya at the same time.
Maya, Little Kim, and
And
Missy
yeah,
Elliott was also on there
Missy
too.
Elliott, I think, had a rap reprise on that record. Okay, what else you got?
No,
Oh,
no, yeah. And,
I like
the
this
next one is
one.
another remake. I didn't realize. At Last was a remake.
That was your wedding song, wasn't it? I mean, not to bring up bitter memories, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. It was my wedding song. It was originally done by Glenn Miller and the Midnighters, and then
Okay.
Etta James did it. And At Last,
And
like
and
At
I think
Last,
most people
I'm
know the Etta
divorced.
James version because Etta James just took it and rolled with it. So it's like,
And then Beyonce did it again, and that's what we heard. And we
well,
heard
that's what
Beyonce's
was
version
in.
on the inauguration.
Yes, and she actually played Etta James, I believe, in the movie. And I
Yeah,
think it was.
Cadillac Records,
Uh,
yes, which is a
Ca-
great movie. You ever see that?
okay, I did see it. I wasn't crazy about it, but again, that's just me. Again, we're talking all song remakes. This is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. It's a fun little thing we do on Saturday nights.
Here's
We
the
thank you so
and then the
much
next one.
for joining in and
Yeah,
tuning
please.
in.
Thanks for joining
Know
in.
that you can
The,
call
the
in and
next
be a part of the show. What's next on
the
the
next
list?
one is also one I didn't know was a remake. And the party I was at, a friend of mine is a big Fleetwood Mac fan.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know that Black Magic Woman was originally done by Fleetwood Mac and
Oh, you didn't know?
Santana. And I didn't know that.
Okay, and I think it was probably the early version of Fleetwood Mac, not the. I think it was done by the early version of Fleetwood Mac, not the one that we know probably that was made famous in the 80s and 90s that featured once Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks became a part
Steve
of
Nicks,
Fleetwood
yeah.
Mac. So,
Yeah.
and actually this week, I
Yeah.
think the song Dreams, because Fleetwood Mac was actually trending on Twitter because the song Dreams was featured in somebody's TikTok, and Fleetwood Mac actually, the band retweeted it on their Twitter feed. This old
Oh
guy
wow,
just,
nice.
yeah, he was just
Nice.
skateboarding down the street playing Dreams, which that's one of my all-time favorite Fleetwood Mac songs. But
Oh
next on the
nice, nice,
list
nice.
is Michael
Next on our list,
Jackson. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
Smooth Criminal.
I know, no singing. I'm sorry.
Smooth Criminal. Yeah,
Smooth
yeah, you're
Criminal.
singing. Smooth
No singing.
Criminal, which was Michael Jackson's song and remade by Ant Farm.
I thought it was Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farm, yeah, Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah,
I'm
Alien
sorry, I
Ant
forgot to
Farm.
put the
And
alien on my list.
they
Yeah,
actually gave it a kind of a rockier edge and a more
yeah.
guitar sound
Well,
to it.
they did the same thing with that Red Hot Chili Peppers did with Higher Ground. Give it a little
Uh-huh.
bit more of a rockier edge. Take the R&B out and give it. Thank you, Mr. Women. Okay, whatever. Stop showing edge stuff. Okay.
I'm going to show all Ed stuff. It's all Ed.
Next
It's
we
Kathy
have
and Kenny
ne-
and Ed explain pop culture. Because Ed has another
okay.
one here. He has another one, and
Okay.
this is a good one, Ed. Dancing in the Streets,
We were
which was
doing it.
originally Martha and the Vandellas, and it got a remake back in the 80s with David Bowie and Mick Jagger. So that's
Who
that's
came?
spot
Who
on. And
came back with?
that one was not on the list. So that was
No,
good.
it was not on the list. It was not on the. It was not on the list. Okay, Ed got it.
Ed
And I
is
didn't.
good. Ed's the man.
And Mick Jagger and David Bowie came out with a very questionable video, so it was very, yeah,
Don't hate on
dancing in the
Ed
street.
because Ed's on point. That's all I'm saying. All right, what you got next?
Okay.
What's next on the list?
Next on our list is The Greatest Love of All, which is made famous by Whitney Houston, but it was originally done by George Benson.
By George. And you know what? I think this song came out, George Benson's version came out in the 70s when we were, every promotion ceremony. I remember, I think our 8th grade
Well,
graduation, we wound up singing The Greatest Love of All.
I know we sang it in my 8th grade graduation.
Okay, yeah. That was like a staple for I think a long time for some graduations was The Greatest Love of All. And then again, it got a resurgence when Whitney Houston did the remake. And
then next we have on our list is Carpenter's song Superstar, which was remade by
Superstar.
Luther Vandross.
Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? Ah, yes. And of course, Luther took that one and did his thing with it. So, and Luther's
Now
he's as bad as Aretha Franklin. You don't want Luther messing around with your songs. Oh, you know what? There was another song, and I can't. I was thinking about it, and I couldn't think of
my baby.
What?
Since I Lost My Baby.
Since
Luther
I Lost My
redid
Baby.
Since I Lost My Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, he
redid that one.
He did well with that one. I'm sorry, I did hit keys and I didn't mean to. But there was another song from Frampton Comes Alive, and I can't remember the group because I think they were a one-hit wonder where Superstar made me think of it because I know he kind of combined two songs when he sang Superstar. But Peter Frampton had it, Shadows. Oh, come on, y'all know the song. Somebody help me out in the comments.
I'm lost. I'm
Ed,
lost.
Ed, Ed knows what I'm talking about. It was a Peter Frampton song. And don't hesitate, because your love won't wait. Baby, I love, ooh, baby, I love your ways.
Yeah.
And it was remade in the like late 80s, I believe.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I used to like that version. The remake
oh,
version, Will to
I
Power,
can't
Will to
think.
Power,
This is the
Will to Power,
will, will to power.
Will to Power.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting a lag on you because I see your lips moving, but then I don't hear anything. And I could have a lag too because I don't know. We've upgraded the internet a little bit so that I don't get the blurriness. So hopefully it's coming thing. All
I don't
right.
know what you're
Oh
talking
yes,
about.
Freebird. Here we go. Baby, I love your ways. Freebird, of course, was Leonard Skinner. Baby, I Love Your Ways was Peter Frampton, and then Will to Power did the remake where they combined the two songs. Ed is the man.
Ed, you're
Yes.
such a show off. You're such a show off. Nobody likes to show off, Ed. Nobody likes to show off.
Ed is just on top of it.
Next on our list, next on
He is a card
anyway.
carrying pop culture kid. There you
Am
go.
I telling you? Am I telling you? I'm not going. Originally done by
Jennifer
Jennifer
Holiday,
Holiday, and
from
remade
who was in the
remade
original
by Jennifer.
Jennifer Holiday, who was in the original stage production of Dreamgirls, and
Yes,
Jennifer Hudson, who kind of was in the remake of Dreamgirls, but
yes.
again, kind of took that song and ran with it. And I am telling you, I am not going. Um, and
Next on
kind of
our
the
list,
next one
um,
is kind of on the same vein because it's also like one of those ballads, and it is
yes.
written. The original song was written by the artist Dolly Parton, but even she concedes that that's not even her
Yeah,
song anymore.
yeah. Even Dolly says, Dolly's like, you know what? She got it. I'm good. I will
Because I'm
always
getting
love you
residuals.
by Whitney Houston. Yeah,
Whitney
yeah.
Houston, I will
Oh,
always love you.
Dolly still got her money.
Yeah, Dolly's
Yeah,
making
I will.
that money. And that movie was from, I mean, I'm sorry, that song was from the movie. Do you know what movie?
Yeah,
Oh my
Bodyguard.
gosh. I'm gonna have to take your pop culture card.
Bodyguard. It's the Bodyguard.
Okay, all right, all right. I thought you
I
hesitated.
got.
There there
No,
was a
I didn't hesitate.
hesitation. Okay,
No,
all right.
the hesitation was, why is she asking me such an easy question? That was the hesitation. Like, what am I, stupid? Like, Bodyguard. Everybody knows that.
All right.
The
Oh, the
next movie
next
we
song.
have,
Mhm.
the next song we have is, now I'm gonna tell you something about this. Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Okay. Heard it through the grapevine.
Originally done by Glass Night and the Pips and remade by Marvin Gaye. Now, I saw an interview on YouTube with Gladys Knight and Marvin Gaye, and I forgot what it was. I'm trying to think who interviews them. But anyway, they interviewed both of them together about Heard It Through the Grapevine. And they were both giving each other props for their version of Heard It Through the Grapevine. Now, I get a lot of remixes, but there is a Motown remix album with um, Gladys Knight and the Pips singing "Heard It Through the Grapevine," their version that is remade into like more upbeat song. And this remake, this Motown remix of "Heard It Through the Grapevine," if you haven't, it is the slammingest thing you ever want to hear. The percussion, the drums, the way they bring in everything, it's so funky. It's just sick. But "Heard It Through the Grapevine" by Glass Night and Pips is the one I'm going to favor of the original. And when I heard the remix, that just blew away for me.
Well, I am more a fan of the Gladys Knight and the Pips version, and I know the Marvin Gaye version got kind of a resurgence in the '90s when they had the whole Raisin campaign. But
Yes.
heard it through the grapevine. I've always been a fan of the Gladys Knight and the Pips version.
Yeah,
I don't
I am
know.
too.
Hey, pop culture kids, if you're out there listening, weigh in the comments. Let us know, what is your favorite version of Heard It Through the Grapevine, Marvin Gaye or Gladys Knight and the Pips? Now, if you haven't heard the Gladys Knight and the Pips version, you probably don't even need to be watching this show. You probably need to be going on YouTube and finding that Gladys Knight and the Pips version, because I'm telling you, it's slamming.
Well, what you need to do.
And what you need to do, no, and actually, we probably could have a whole treasure chest of remakes just looking at Motown. I mean, we could do an hour talking about Motown because again, Motown kind of approach music almost like the city that they're named after, the Motor City, almost like an assembly line process where they had stars kind of come through and they had to record songs and then go through image and costumes and wardrobe and dancing and the whole thing,
You
this
know
whole
what? You know what?
line.
Yeah, we
But
have our
what
we
happened
have
is
our.
I'm,
Go
I'm
ahead.
still
Go
talking.
ahead.
Let me finish my point because you about bad as kids at school trying to interrupt the teacher while they trying to talk. Okay. But what they did is again when they had songwriters, whether it was Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Holland Dozier Holland, that wrote a lot of these songs, and you will find that there are versions of a lot of songs, some that went on to be hits, some that didn't, but that were recorded by a number of artists. And in fact, the Temptations were artists that were known to have recorded a lot of different songs from the Motown catalog, and again in their search for a hit. Go
Yeah.
ahead. I'll sing to you.
No, no, I don't want all.
I'll
I
be
don't want
right
all
back.
three. Well, I'm just saying that we will do like we have
Oh,
our
that is a
list.
good
We have
one.
our shows. We have our shows laid out for October, but in November maybe we should do a Motown show.
Okay. We've got
Oh,
shows planned all through October, but in November we might have to do some Motor
yeah,
City.
yeah,
And see,
Motown. Now
here is
also,
why Ed needs to host because Ed is on top of it. This is an excellent one. That's what Friends Are For. Originally recorded by Rod Stewart, and then the remake got a bit, probably was more famous. Now the original That's What Friends Were For was from a movie, and you better know the answer to this. What movie was the original That's What Friends Are For from?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
don't know?
I don't know.
You don't
What
know?
movie was it from, Ed?
Love Brokers. Come on. That's too easy.
Oh, it was in Night Shift.
The Night Shift. In fact, it was at the end of the movie.
Okay, well, who's look at I mean, that's not.
Ed is on it. He is on it. Yes, that's what Friends Are For. It is actually played at the very end. The Rod Stewart version is played at the very end of Night Shift, and that's the movie it's from. But it was remade with Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Gladys Knight, and Dionne Warwick. That was like a
Um,
mega star hit.
I
Mhm.
have another song here. Somebody on my page, Eileen, my friend Eileen
Come
Kelly,
on,
the Rolling.
Eileen. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Like she's never
Somebody
heard
say
that before.
what? She's never
Like she's never heard that before. Okay, she says the Rolling Stones "Start Me Up" was remade for the movie A Mighty Wind. I've never seen A Mighty Wind, but a "Start Me Up" was remade for that movie.
Oh, sweet. That is a
You
good
know, "Start Me Up."
thank
If you
you,
start
Eileen.
me up,
Thank
if
you.
you start me up, I'll never stop.
You're awesome. We appreciate you so much for listening, for hanging out, Eileen. Thank you. And I apologize for the poor musical pun. All right, what's next on the list?
Shaka Khan. Well, we already
Sh-
said that one.
Oh,
Prince,
yeah.
I Feel For You. Done by Prince originally, remade by Chaka Khan. We already said that one, I believe. But the next one is a song I really like. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You by Frankie Valli, which is remade by Lauryn Hill.
Oh, and the remake actually does that appears in the movie also.
What movie does that appear with?
Making the movie connections too. It was a Mel Gibson, um, Julia Roberts movie, and the title will come to me. I'm spazzing out tonight, but that because she would be on the treadmill and that song would be playing and she would be lip syncing to it, and he was stalking her basically. But and that's creepy. But all creepy.
The next one we have on our list. I know we're running out of time. The next one we have, I really want to get to because I think this one is a very important song. In the scheme of things because it was in MTV era. when they were actually showing videos and everything, it actually brought two genres of music together that kind of helped bring people together. Walk This Way, which was originally done by Aerosmith, was remade by Run DMC featuring Aerosmith. And, I think we've talked about this on the show before. That's a time when, a lot of rockers didn't know what R&B and rap was, and a lot of rap guys and R&B guys didn't know what rock was. And it kind of brought the two worlds together right there in the mid 80s, which I think was very I consider Walk This Way a very pivotal song in music.
Oh, I would agree.
So
I would agree. The whole because again, when MTV first started out, they didn't show a lot of black artists, and Michael Jackson was credited as being the breakthrough for a lot of that. But a song like "Walk This Way," where that kind of merging of rap and rock, really, I think was pivotal. You're right.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think had you not had rock, "Walk This Way" and the success of that, you probably wouldn't have had Kid Rock. You probably wouldn't have had Eminem. You probably wouldn't have had just a lot of the changes that you saw in hip hop, as well as those I think collaborations too that have proved to be uh, conspiracy theory. Thank you, Ed. I knew it. Saw it. That's the Julia Roberts, Mel
yeah.
Gibson movie that he
Okay, that's what she's there.
can't take
Yes,
my
Ed,
eyes off you, and the Lauryn Hill version.
you're
Uh,
the principal, and Ed is like the
actually
teacher's
played
pet.
at the end of that movie, even though the song she's singing in the movie, I think is the Frankie Valli
Frankie Valley
version.
first. Okay.
They do play the Lauryn Hill version at the end, but okay. 'Cause see, I stay in the movie theaters to watch till the end so I can see the credits, 'cause I do need to know who the best boy is and the key grip. And I think some places, movie theaters are coming back and they are opening again. Hopefully, again, folks, we are doing it safely, 'cause I think the virus, it is still out there. So just be mindful. And
Yeah.
I was actually going to go to a body pump class, but I woke up, I was coughing a little bit last night and I wasn't feeling 100%. So, you know what? I stayed my butt in the house because
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want to risk it and I don't want to, get anybody else sick. But I digress. Go ahead. What's
The,
the
the
next one?
last
I
song,
think
the
our
last
list
song,
is wrapping up because we're
the
over
last,
time. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, the last song we have on our list is "Killing Me Softly."
Killing Me Softly. Oh, I love this. And Roberta Flack did the original, and I mean it's classic. But
The
again,
Fugees.
the Fugees, and again, Lauryn Hill,
One
because
time,
one time just
two
had that magic,
times.
and yeah, I think it really. I love her voice, so I'm
Lauryn,
all
yes,
for
I
Lauryn
love.
Hill for
And
that.
Lauryn Hill is phenomenal, man. She's phenomenal, and she's one of the reasons I like the movie Sister Act 2.
There you go, because she was in Sister Act
She
2.
was in Sister Act 2, and Lauryn Hill,
She the
and
bomb.
she did a great version of in Sister Act 2, "Eye on a Sparrow."
Oh yes,
She did a
yes.
great version of that, and her and the other young lady who sang with her did a great version of "Eye on a Sparrow," which was phenomenal. And
So that's the list. That's the whole
that's
list.
that's the whole that's the whole list.
That is the
We
whole
we
list.
we got
I'm
we got
ready to
through all of
call
it.
it up or something, huh?
Yeah, I can't ball. My list is on my
On the
tablet, so
computer.
I can't
Yeah,
ball up my
that
list.
wouldn't be practical. Uh,
Yeah.
so hey guys, this has been another great Saturday night, and we are having so much fun spending Saturday night
Yes.
together. Um, I get to spend it with my brother. We get to spend it with you and Ed and our parents as well who are listening. And we so appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
This is kind of fun for us because this is junk we probably would talk about even if the camera wasn't on. But we so appreciate you coming by and hanging out with us.
Now,
Please consider giving us a like. Please consider finding us on YouTube at K Walk Comedy on YouTube. And if you find us there, hit subscribe. That way, when we go live Saturday nights, you'll get a little alert, and that way you know, hey, the show is on, and you can hit us up there. You could also check out Kenny and all the things he's doing with his spoken word pieces at KennyKPWalkerJr.com. We do have a KathyandKenny.com domain name purchase, but the website's not up yet. We're working on that, and we'll get to it. But we do so appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Kenny, what you got before we go?
Before we go, next week you want to tune in because usually we do movies, we do TV shows, we do music. But next week we are going to be staying on pop culture vein. We will be doing the evolution of slang.
Wow. Okay. So we're going to be talking about the evolution of slang. And
Slang.
so, yeah, bring your slang
Bring your
slang
slang
down,
books.
and we are
How much
gonna
slang do you know, Ed?
Ed probably does know. Ed knows. Remember in the 90s we had Bo knows, where Bo
Bo
knows,
knows. Bo
yeah,
knows. Ed
baseball, Bo knows
knows. Ed knows.
football.
Ed knows. Yeah.
Ed knows. Ed
Ed
knows.
knows.
Ed's the
Ed knows.
man. Hey, Ed is awesome. Kenny, you're awesome. I'm awesome. You guys watching are a boatload of awesome. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. This has been Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We'll see you next week.
God bless your
Peace.
soul and keep living. Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.